Okay, so my first video in a while. I've been busy, but this will go up before the end of the year. This is my end of 2025 final Vinegar Syndrome order, which also includes the November subscriber package. So this will be unboxing everything I got from them recently. And then at the end of the video, I'll preview two or three other videos that I'm going to try to upload before the end of the year. Okay, so just opening the box up now. So this is November subscriber stuff, a little bit of catalog stuff because I have most of the older stuff that's still in print anyway that I want, and some partner stuff. So here's Time Crimes, which is a new November release. I've actually never seen this, so I will be checking it out. I do like sci-fi time travel stuff. I'll be giving it a shot. I'm not sure about this one. And next in there, we have Homegrown Horrors, Volume 3, the limited edition, which contains these three. I've never seen Deadly Love. I'm not sure I'm going to care about that one, but I have Blood Cult, and Revenge is the sequel to Blood Cult. I've seen that, and Haunted Ween I also wanted. And this is great packaging. This is actually my only Homegrown Horrors limited that I have. Volume 2 didn't interest me much, and Volume 1, I just have the standard edition. I just never bothered to get the limited on that one. So yeah, very cool. Obviously, Haunted Ween, at this point, I'll be saving for next fall season. But yeah, that's a cool release. And next, this is a partner label title from Umbrella. Hercules Returns. Yeah, so this is an Australian film from the 90s. It's a comedy that takes place around the opening of a theater. They're trying to save a movie theater. And that is a little niche subgenre that I collect, whether it's a horror movie that is movies that take place around movie theaters within movies. So I've never seen this one, but thought I'd check it out. This is actually on discount during this current December partner month. It was also on sale last month during the Black Friday sale. And the next is their Shaw Scares Volume 1 box set. I haven't seen any of these. I believe these are 70s, possibly going into the 80s films. Sex Beyond the Grave, Hell Has No Boundary, and Haunted Tales. I've never seen any of these, and this was a subscriber title. And next we have the standard edition of Southern Comfort. I've seen this before. I do like it. I didn't think the VSU packaging was that great, so just went for the standard, and this has been out for a bit. So grab that. Good movie if you haven't seen it. If you're into action, thriller type stuff. We have The Doll, which is a 70s, I believe, Swedish film. And it's black and white. So this just came out from the partner label. I believe they're called Club Super 8. It's my first time buying from that partner label. And this just came out for December Partners Month. So I took a gamble on this one. I went with the standard because I thought the slip was pretty bland. So I just went with the standard on this one. And this cover is fine. It has to do with a doll, like a mannequin. And that's another weird sort of niche subgenre that I collect, whether it's the old 80s comedies, the mannequin movies, or just stuff like that. or the that old Twilight Zone episode where the mannequins in the department store come to life. I just usually go for those sort of things, so hopefully this one's good. And then next, this was a November subscriber title. This is Dario Argento, The Stendhal Syndrome 4K. I did have this on Blu-ray, and I think this movie kind of gets a bad rap. This and Card Player, people like to dismiss them and sort of downrate them, but I think it's fine, and I might even like this a bit more than Card Player. I think it's fine, and I had the Blue Underground Blu-ray, and so this was sent to me as a subscriber, and I'll take the upgrade. Another blind buy partner title gamble. This was on discount, even though it's been out for a while. This is from Canadian International partner label, Abducted from 1986. And I think this guy was Grizzly Adams, this lead actor here. That's what he was known for. And then next, here's an old Vinegar Syndrome, mainline Vinegar Syndrome release. House on Tombstone Hill, also known as Dead Dudes in the House. I can't remember if I've ever seen this. This is from the 80s. Yeah, 88. It was just one of their still in print catalog releases that I just had never bought. So I kind of rolled the dice on this one. And this was a partner title from November. This is Nevermore, which is a documentary about the wrestler Raven, who the height of his popularity was mostly mid to late 90s. And then by the time he got to WWE, I was a fan of Raven, and the WWE didn't handle his career very well. And then I know he kind of floundered in TNA for a few years, but definitely cool that he got a documentary made about him. So definitely looking forward to checking this out. There's been a few wrestling documentaries that have been released through Vinegar Syndrome / the OCN website, and yeah, this one was put out by ETR as a partner title. And we have this was one of the big this was the big Black Friday VSU that they revealed in early November. Garbage Pail Kids movie on 4K, of course, the 80s classic. I like this movie. I had the Shout Blu-ray, Shout / Scream Factory Blu-ray. I'm fine with this release. I know this movie's not for everyone, and of course, we'll get to it. Troll 2 is in this box as well. That was included in the subscription. But I like this release. That Shout release was out of print for years, that Blu-ray. So now this is better picture quality. I know they added a couple of new interviews, and I'm glad to have this in the higher quality. It's just one of those weird, one-of-a-kind 80s oddities, and I love having stuff like this in the collection. And also in with it, here we have the Troll 2 4K, which was a new subscriber title for November. And this is Troll 2's 4K debut. I actually never had the great art on this. I'm not going to open anything further than this in this video, but if you look around, the inner packaging is pretty cool as well. I never actually had the Scream Factory Blu-ray set of Troll 1 and 2. I did have the old MGM DVD set of 1 and 2, and the other Troll stuff I own is actually, I have the Eureka Region B collection, which includes the first film, which I'll be keeping, because that has the first film, and that also has the Best Worst Movie documentary on it. But yeah, I was glad to get the 4K upgrade of Troll 2. A lot of people thought this was one of the mystery titles for this past Black Friday, and a lot of people thought it was going to be Last House on the Left from the 70s, the original, which I did not want it to be, because I already have a great Arrow Blu-ray edition of that. So I was actually quite relieved that it was the Troll 2 4K. This is another ETR partner label release from the past year or so. Only the standards left. I kind of passed on the slip. But this is The Power of Grayskull. It's a history about the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I believe they cover the original cartoon, the toys, and they also talk about the 80s live-action film with Dolph Lundgren, which I'm a big fan of. I didn't really grow up watching the original Masters of the Universe cartoon. But I always liked the movie, and I have seen the cartoon. A good bit of nostalgia, and I don't know the full history of all this stuff, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to buy this documentary, to find out about everything. And that was put out by ETR. And next we have another quite old mainline Vinegar Syndrome catalog release that I just didn't have. This is Disconnected from the early 80s. It's another horror film. If I've seen this before, I can't recall. So this is another cheap standard edition of one of their older titles I wanted to pick up. Down to these last three is Mac and Me, back in the summer, I think. I just waited to get it, and then your subscriber discount runs out at the end of the year, so to still get it with a discount, I needed to order it in this batch. Garbage Pail Kids, the movie, it has, its detractors, but I enjoy this film as the weird, cheesy, cheap E.T. ripoff that it is. I did have the Shout Blue, but this adds features, and again, like with Troll 2 and Garbage Pail Kids, I'm glad to have the upgrade, and I'm glad they released this. And getting to the last two here, this is Satan's Blood from, I believe, the late 70s, also known as Escalaflorio, if I'm saying that right. Possibly not. This is another one of their older catalog titles, one of the very few at this point, because I've been collecting Vinegar Syndrome for a good chunk of time at this point. There's not much of the back catalog that I want that I don't have, but this was one of them. So Satan's Blood. I don't think I've ever seen this one. And the last one in here is recent release, December partner title for this month. This is A Candle for the Devil from the 70s. It's from Spain. And this was put out by the new brand new partner label for Vinegar Syndrome, Bizarro, which says they're going to be doing a lot of older genre films from Spain, which sounds cool. I may have seen this before, but I can't remember. It's supposed to be pretty good. And I heard the guy behind this Bizarro partner label, also he was one of the main producers, or the main producer, on the recent Severin Exorcismo box set, which contains a ton of older Spanish horror. So I think that's a promising partner label, and that was the last pickup from this box. Okay, so that's everything from this order stacked up there. Pretty good haul. One of my larger Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday hauls, but of course a bunch of these were subscription titles that were going to be sent to me automatically anyway with my recent add-ons. So that's it for this unboxing. Just a quick preview for anyone still watching. A couple other videos I'm going to try to get up before the end of the year. I may post a sort of final grade for Vinegar Syndrome on the year that they had, like for the subscription titles, plus any other add-ons that I did throughout the year. I can't review, every single sub-label and partner title they put out, but just sort of what I was interested in and watched, and sort of give them a final grade for the year. I will try to get that up before January, and I'm also trying to work on. I'm going to do 2 best of videos. I'm going to do my top 10 releases for 2024, which, yes, I know last year, but I still want to put that out. And then after that, I'm going to do my top 10 releases of 2025. So anything that came out from those calendar years, Blu-ray or 4K, qualifies. And with that, I thank you for watching.